Hello my dear students, welcome to online class of science for class 5th. So children, today we are going to cover the exercise part of the chapter plant reproduction. In this video we will be doing the exercises of chapter plant reproduction as the explanation part was done in our previous video. So our first exercise is take the correct answer. Part A, a plant that reproduces from its stem is, your options are carrot, turnip, radish, potato. So children, carrot, turnip and radish will reproduce by their roots, whereas potato will reproduce from its stem. So tick potato. Part B, a plant that reproduces from spores. Rose, onion, fern and pea. So here only fern will reproduce from its spores. Part C, the male part of a flower is stigma, anther, style and ovary. So its correct answer is anther, because rest of the part which are mentioned here are female reproductive part of a flower. Part D, the part of the food that provides food to the baby is, you are having now four options for there: seed coat, embryo, cotyledons or none of these. So here correct answer is cotyledon. This part of the seed will provide food to the baby plant. Part E, a complete flower has one whorl, two whorls, three whorls and four whorls. So the correct answer is four whorls. Next exercise is understand and fill in the blanks. So part A, as we can see on the right side students, water is to coconut. That means that coconut is the plant which grow near water. And we can see that its fruit or seed are dispersed by water. So same here on the left side we have to give an example of that plant whose seeds are dispersed by wind. So cotton is such an example. Part B, stem is to rose, means a rose will reproduce by its stem. So here on the right side we have to write down that begonia will reproduce by its leaf. Part C, radicle is to dash. So as we all know that plumule is related to the shoot part, same as a radicle will relate to the root. Part D, monocotyledonous is to rice, means a rice is an example of monocotyledon. So here beans is an example of dicotyledons. Part E, mushroom will reproduce by its spores. So same as a rose will reproduce by its stem. Next is write true or false. Part A, flowers produce seeds. So yes, this is true that flowers produce seeds. Part B, the top sticky part of a carpel is called style. So student, this is false, because the top sticky part of a carpel is called stigma. So write down false. Part C, cocklebur are dispersed by wind. So as this is false, because they are dispersed by animals. Part D, the ovary forms the seed. So this is also false. Part E, pollen grains are present in the anther. So yes, this is true. So write down true here. Part F, to germinate a seed only requires air. So children, this is false, because for germination seed not only requires air but it requires air, moisture and warmth as well. Next section is answer the following questions. Part A, what are the three ways by which plants reproduce? So plants reproduce mainly in three ways: by seeds, by spores or by body parts. Part B, explain the four whorls of the flower. So we all know the flower is having four whorls: sepals, petals, stamen or carpel. So first is sepals. Sepals are green leaf-like structures which are found at the base of the flower. They protect the flower when it is in bud stage. Petals are the bright colored part of the flower and they are sometimes sweet smelling, and their main function is to attract insects. Next is stamen. It is the male part of the flower. Carpel or pistil. It is the female part of the flower. It lies in the center of the flower. Next is part C. Define germination. Name the three conditions essential for germination. The process by which a seed grows into a seedling. So this is called germination. For a seed to germinate, it requires air, moisture and warmth. Okay, so if any one is missing in the process of germination, whether it is air, moisture and warmth, the seed will not be able to grow. Part D, what is a vegetative reproduction? You have to list the agents of vegetative reproduction by giving one example of each. So its answer is, some plants reproduce from their body parts and not through seeds. So such a method of reproduction is called vegetative reproduction. As we all know that most of the plants will reproduce through seeds, but if a plant is going to reproduce from its body part, so that reproduction will be called vegetative reproduction. So its agents are first by roots, and its example is carrot. Second is the plant can reproduce by its stem, and its example is rose. And third is by leaves, and its example is biophyllum. So this is vegetative reproduction. Part E, explain the process of germination. So students, during the process of germination, the seed absorb water from the soil, and this will soften the seed coat. Then a small root or radicle will emerge from the seed and it will grow downwards. Next, a small shoot or plumule emerges from the seed and it will grow upward. And once the green leaves begin to prepare food by the process of photosynthesis, automatically the cotyledons will dry and fall off. So this is the process of germination in steps. Part F. Explain the parts of a seed. So first part of the seed is seed coat. It is the outer covering of the seed that will protect the baby plant inside the seed. It will protect the baby plant. Next is seed leaves. So seed leaves can be 2 or 1 in number. So they store food for the growing baby plant. Third part is embryo. It is the tiny baby plant which is found between the cotyledons. So it will develop into a tiny plant or seedling later. Part G. Define these following terms: embryo, pollination and fertilization. So first is embryo. So it is the baby plant inside the cotyledons as we studied earlier. Next is pollination, the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of a flower. So this is called pollination. Next is fertilization, the fusion of the pollen grains with the ovules. So this process is called fertilization. Let's do some HOTS, means high order thinking skill. So here first question is, seeds kept in an airtight container do not germinate. Why? So students, as I told you earlier as well, that in the process of germination 3 conditions are required if we want a seed to germinate properly, and that is air, moisture and warmth. But here in this question, the seed is kept in an airtight container. That means it doesn't get proper or sufficient air. So that is why it will not germinate. So its answer is, seeds kept in an airtight container do not germinate as it does not get sufficient air which is required for germination. Second question is, seeds kept in the refrigerator do not germinate. Why? So students, seeds kept in the refrigerator do not germinate because it does not get sufficient warmth required for germination. In the refrigerator, the seed will not get proper or sufficient warmth, which is equally important for the process of germination. So this was our exercise part of the chapter. I hope you might have understood all the exercise of this chapter. So students, for homework, you have to read the whole chapter thoroughly at home. Okay? And next, as you know, the exercise part of this chapter is done in this video. So you have to learn and write all the exercises of this chapter in your notebook. That's all for now, students. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.